third season of the Regal Draft League is gaining momentum. We're into week 3 and only 3 unbeaten teams remain. The Grumpy Pigs, who took down last season's beaten finalist Philadelphia Politoeds, and your Welsh Woobats. Returning coach Ted and the Santa Luna Storms, who took out reigning coach of the year Chow and the East Austin Sceptiles, plus newcomer Calla at the EGN. And, of course, Evil Otter and his returning Orlando Oshawotts, who beat last season's almost undefeated Weens and the Buizels, and also defeated Chow. In week 3, the Piggies face the Tyrants, Storms face the Hacks of Tommy, and the Oshawotts face EGN. How many undefeated teams will remain as we approach the midway point of the season? But before we head into the battles, I have to make up for the incompetence of my research team. Last week, there were some incredibly important trades that went down, and the underpaid minions who literally had one job failed. In week 2, the Alaskan Articunos overhauled the squad, trading away Tornadus, Palafin, Bisharp, and Azalf to acquire Landorus Incarnate, Illumise, Espion, and Teal Mask Ogerpon. Me, I don't like dropping Taunt, but that's my playstyle talking, and Tornadus is literally the best Prankster Tailwind mon in the game. Tommy, though, is a fan of all things bulky and annoying. He still added a Prankster Tailwind mon in Illumise to keep speed control alive and well. In a league that's every ground week, adding Lando Eye gives this team a nuke button. Defiant Ogerpon next to a support gouging fire is terrifying. Espion is fast, hits hard, and can offer good support options. Overall, this team now fits Tommy's playstyle much better, but still keeps that option to speed up the game. On to week 3, and our brother in hacks Chow also conducted a squad overhaul by trading away Monkey Dory, Gardevoir, and Dreadnought to acquire Glastrier, Ludicolo, and Haunter. Some may look at dropping last season's breakout star Monkey Dory as a mistake, but consolidating the roles of Dreadnought and the Monkey with Ludicolo is a phenomenal move. With Swift Swim, Ludicolo can be the fastest fake out in the West, and as a special attacking Swift Swimmer, it's not shut down by those annoying Intimidates. Ice Source is a problem for a lot of teams. Sure, it prefers being in Trick Room, but it can be EV to live hits, and with a KO boost, it becomes very hard to deal with. Haunter, Tommy showed in the latter half of last season just how good Haunter can be. That was actually it for trades this week, so without further ado, let's go watch some fights. This week, there are 2 matches without replays. Let's start with Chow and the East Austin Sceptiles versus Evney and the San Diego Dondozo. Game 1, and the Dondozo came out swinging, securing a 4-0 victory behind 2 kills from Excadrill, 2 from Iron Hands. The rain and the speed from the Sceptiles just wasn't enough to take down the sandstorm of that crazy mole. Game 2, and the Sceptiles fought back. Pelipper and Glastrier picking up a KO each though wasn't enough. The Dondozo switched up the game plan, bringing in Iron Valiant instead of Excadrill, who also secured 2 KOs. Backing up good old Brian, who cleaned up in the endgame, securing a 2-0 win over Dondozo. The other non-broadcast match saw the Orlando Oshawotts make the long trip over to Germany to face Calla and the EGN. Not entirely sure what went down in game 1, but Hala somehow found a way to make the Oshawotts KO themselves. Blood Moon Ursaluna died to Life Orb chip, and Galarian Zapdos struggled to death, putting the EGN up 1-0. Game 2 was just as close. Galarian Zapdos once again coming out strong with a second 2KO game, but a hat-trick from Game Freak's favourite Charizard, backed up by one lone KO from the Big Bear Ursaluna, helped the EGN secure an upset 2-0 win. Let's start this week's highlight package with the two breakout coaches from Season 2. As Weens, his new team, the Virginia Beach Buizels, take on Chris and the Philadelphia Politoeds. This is going to be absolutely fascinating encounter for me. To be honest, I'm going to be interested to see how every team approaches the matchup versus the Politoeds. The strength they have with Fluttermane, Ogerpon, Jugulus, and Hisuian Arcanine is disgusting. You throw in the little Pika that could for Fake Out and various other support options, Kilowattrel, Flygon, Toedscruel, and you've got a very dangerous team. Weens' very bulky pseudo trick room team does have a lot of ways around that. You look at the likes of Ting-Lu to reduce the special attack of a lot of those Pokemon. Porygon 2 is just stupid bulky. Metagross with priority Bullet Punch. Hitmontop for Intimidate, Fake Out, Wide Guard. Meowstick for other screen support. Weens has a lot of weapons in his arsenal to completely break Politoeds. Let's have a look at the teams they brought. Chris, I'm pretty sure that's the exact same 6 that they brought in week 2. Weens, however, has switched things up. I'm surprised to see no Ting-Lu. I think a Terra Poison Ting-Lu could have gone crazy here. Yes, it's not great into Flygon or the Ogerpon if it can't Terra, but it has tools to hit the Jugulus, which is immune to the ground moves. And by dropping the special attack on that Fluttermane, you give a lot of the other mons a chance versus it. It does have other tools to break the Water Pond. I think the Metagross was a pretty obvious bring into Fluttermane. Got to be careful against that Jugulus with it and the Flygon. But overall, I think other than the Arbeliever, which I'm really interested to see what he's seen in that mon, it's almost the exact 6 I would have brought into Chris. I think I would have brought Ting-Lu over Arbeliever. Weens, we know Weens has got some creativity in there. So here we go. Team 1. What are the leads? Arcanine Flygon for the Politoeds. Hitmontop Chandelure, the Buizels. Clear Amulet Hitmontop. Clear Amulet Flygon. Who is Weens going to fake out here? I would personally go for the Flygon. Arcanine switches out. In comes the Iron Jugulus. This is going to be Earthquake. I can see it. There's a Wide Guard. Oh, great read. Yep, there's the Earthquake. Great read from Weens there. I'm guessing Trick Room from Chandelure. Yep. I don't think that turn 1 could have gone any better for Weens there. Goes Hitmontop. Who's coming in? Canada Dry. Arbaleaver. Flygon goes. Forced out by that wide guard. And in comes Arcanine again. Heat Wave. Does respectable damage to both, to be honest. Though that damage off a crit, not so good. Meteor Beam. Oh. There's a Power Herb. And ooh, Sash. That's Chandelure. Terra onto the Arbaleaver. Terra normal. Oh, does this thing get Hyper Voice? Protect on the Jugulus. Earth Power by Arcanine. And Heat Wave into the Protect. I was expecting a Terra normal Hyper Voice there. Out comes Fluttermane. Which into special attack. Is the Hyper Voice. Of course, doesn't affect the Ghost Fluttermane. That's almost deleted Iron Jugulus. And there's a Throat Spray proc. Oh. Let the Dry go crazy. Double connect on the Heat Wave. Jugulus goes down. Wing Gleam finishes off Fanta. And procs the Seed Sower. I actually thought that was only off of physical attacks. Flygon returns. Ooh. This Flygon might be in a little bit of trouble versus that Araquanid. I think this is the last turn of Trick Room too. Terra from the Politoeds. Into Fluttermane. Terra flying Fluttermane. Next to Earthquake Flygon. Energy Ball into the Fluttermane, now resisted. Still does a ton of damage though. Liquidation. Oh, not quite enough. Oh, Rock Slide. Moonblast not enough to finish off Canada Dry. Arbaleaver clinging to life. Protect on the Arbaleaver. Dazzling Gleam from Fluttermane. Can the bug live? Ooh, it's going to be close. No! Now he knows the wide guard is there. So now we have the mind games. Do you go wide guard? Do you go fake out? He went wide guard. Moonblast from the Fluttermane. Not falling for it. Not sure the crit mattered. That's a one-hit KO. With superpower Flygon. Oh, wow. That was a phenomenal comeback by Chris. Absolutely phenomenal comeback. I think the only changes I'd perhaps make here would be to bring the Metagross over Araquanid for Weens, and to bring Ogerpon over probably Arcanine, Chris. Other than that, that was such a close battle that there was nothing really wrong with either team. It was just a couple of reads either way. Buizels, Politoeds, game 2. Fluttermane, Flygon on the lead for Chris. Araquanid, Chandelure. Now, let's see if Chris has done his research. The Araquanid could have wide guard. Protect on the Flygon. Doubting things out. There's the wide guard. What's the Fluttermane going to do? Shadow Ball. This is going to take Chandelure down to its sash. Absolutely does. Trick Room goes up. Flygon switches out. Into the Jugulus. Terra from Weens. Into Araquanid. Terra Water, doubling down on that water damage. Terra Water, Water Bubble Liquidation is gonna hurt. It's into the Jugulus. Oh, not quite enough for the KO. But gets a defense drop. Shadow Ball from the Chandelure into Fluttermane. Is this going to be enough? No. Moonblast. Pitiful damage. Fluttermane switches. Arcanine comes out. Can Intimidate down on the big bug. Protect on the Jugulus. Now, where did Weens target? Liquidation went into the Jugulus. Shadow Ball into the Arcanine, though. You have to think that's banded rather than vested. Terror from Chris. Got to be into the Arcanine. Yeah. A normal. Big E-Speed incoming. Went for the double protect on the Jugulus. Didn't get it. Extreme Speed is going into the Araquanid. Great protect there from Weens. Shadow Ball now doesn't affect the Arcanine. Oh no. Is he speed? Yeah. Araquanid does not survive that. Heat Wave double connects and double KOs. Trick Room ends. Bottomane and Flygon going to be returning. Who do the Buizels have in the back? Dr. Pepper. Porygon 2 gets the attack boost again. Now, which one of these is going to be clicking Trick Room is the question. Dazzling Gleam finishes off Chandelure. Superpower. Ooh, that almost KOs P2. Ice Beam does finish off the Flygon. Big KO for P2 there. He brought the Arboliva. I have to think we're going to a game 3 here. Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, not enough. Holy. Another phenomenally close battle. Game 3. Flygon Arcanine return. There's that Metagross. P2 on the lead this time. Finally gets the special attack boost. Sprite goes back to the bottle. Be replaced with Fanta. Close combat from the Arcanine. They were really scared of this P2. Earthquake gonna KO his own Arcanine and not KO either Mon on the opposite side of the field. Wow. Trick Room still goes up. That was an insane play by Chris. Guess he was hoping that close combat would one-shot the P2. Now he's in some serious trouble. Terra from the Politoeds. Into the Jugulus. Terra Poison. Good defensive Terror in this matchup. Flygon protects. Ice Beam is going into the Flygon, as you would expect, actually. Shadow Ball, they doubled the Flygon. I heard Meteor Beam incoming. Who's getting knocked out? It is P2. Bye-bye, Dr. Pepper. Out comes the Arboliva. And now, that Jugulus can be hit by Earth Power. It protects. And yep, sure enough, the Earth Power went straight into it. Heat Wave. How much damage is this going to do to Flygon? Not a lot, really. Superpower. Deletes. Ah, crit. I'm pretty sure that crit mattered, to be fair. Arboliva's not the bulkiest Pokemon, but non-stab superpower, you'd have to think it would live it. Out comes the Metagross. Beans is in a tough spot now. Jugular switches out. Into the Flutter Mane. On the Flygon. Psychic Fangs into the Flutter Mane. Oh! Can this Heat Wave connect? Will it be enough? It does, and it is. Wow. Great read on the Protect from Weens there. Terror from Weens, finally. To the Metagross. It's Terra Steel. Oh. He's got his speed tiers wrong. This could be problematic. It is faster. And it's a one-shot. Heavy Slam one-shot Flygon. Wow. I did not expect that. Pulse. Looking for flinches now. Doesn't get it. Or might get it. Shadow Ball into the Jugulus. Crit does just over half. Doesn't get the flinch. Psychic Fangs finishes the job. And Weens takes one of the closest matches I have seen in this league. That was unreal. GG's to both there. That was crazy. Such a good battle. Now, let's head over to check out the ultimate terrain battle between the Terra Dark Tyrants and the Grumpy Pigs. Slice Spam versus either electric terrain or grassy terrain. Does Twimberly risk bringing his top two picks? Which terrain will Draco bring? Personally, if I'm Draco, I'm bringing grassy terrain. It's good into T-Tar. It's good into the rain mode. You obviously have to be very careful around that sizzle, but Half Flame Ogerpon should deal with that sizzle pretty handily. It's faster, and that Ivy Cudgel KOs anything. Twim. Don't know how you play around all of this. Draco does have a pretty good matchup here between Spiritomb, bulky, annoying Snarl Spam, the ability to change terrains. If I was Twimberly, I'd be leaning pretty heavily into sand here with T-Tar, Kommo-o, and Sizzle. I'm not sure how you get around Kommo-o taking sand chip damage, since ground, steel, and rock all take pretty heavy damage from Half Flame Ogerpon. For Draco, I would definitely be leaning very heavily on that Ogerpon. Azumarill also looked pretty good into this matchup, but you do have to keep it a little bit safer, since the Tachyon Cutter from Iron Crown, even though it's neutral, will still hurt a lot. Terrain Wars Round 1. Chanel and Versace. This is Lyra and Ponyo. Psychic Surge. Follow me from the Indeedee. Gonna help Komo get set up. Close combat. Not quite enough for the KO. Rocky Helmet Indeedee. Breaks any sash. Ivy Cudgel going to finish the job. There's the Clangor of Soul. Indeedee did her job. Leftovers come all once again. The Grumpy Pigs. Gucci the easily flustered. We've gone Rain. Going to weaken Fire Pond damage. Endure from the Sneasler. Okay. Protect on the Politoed. Drain Punch. Oh, not quite enough. Still a ridiculous amount of damage into that Fire Pond though. Play Rough. Oh, it's a one shot. It crit. Crit through the defense boosts. Out comes Hermes. Iron Crown hits the field. Booster into special attack. You have to expect the Thwacky switch at some point. There's no way. Yeah. Out goes the Sneasler. In comes Garp, the great friend, which is that Thwacky. Now, Twim has no way of resetting the terrain. Terra from the Grumpy Pigs into that Iron Crown for a Psychic. So an Expanding Force is still going to hurt. It's just going to be single target. Woodhammer into Politoed, deleted. And down goes the Ogerpon. Expanding Force, single target into Thwacky. It lives. I can't believe that lived. Yes, it wasn't in psychic terrain, but it was still a Terra Psychic Expanding Force. Now you have to deal with the Azumarill in grassy terrain and the rain. Oh, that crit, man. Fake out. Iron Crown isn't going to move. Liquidation comes out. Doesn't quite get the KO. Now you've got to believe Grassy Glide from the Thwacky is going to finish the job. Is the Grassy Glide? Yes, it does. Ah. The crits are part of Pokemon, but you've got to feel for Twim there. I'm not sure a non-stab play rough KOs a +1 defense Komodo without that crit. I see why Tiago went with the rain to reduce the damage of that half-flame Ogerpon, but I'm not sure it's worth the risk with the Azumarill on the opposite side. But then what does Sand actually bring other than boosting T-Tar's special defense? Kind of need a plan to get rid of the Azu. Is it Sizzle time? What's the leads? Slice Spam versus the same lead from Draco. Error from Draco into Ogerpon. Big attack boost. Terror from Twimberly. You have to think this is going into Crown. Yep, removing the fire weakness. There's the Endure. Ivy Cudgel. +1. Into Indeedee. Deleted. Expanding Force comes out. Would have been a double one-shot if not for the Endure. Big threat of that Ogerpon is gone. But Twimberly's way of resetting that psychic terrain is also gone. Ooh, there's the Scizor. Psychic terrain is no more. Do have the fake out option. From Thwacky. There's the Protect on the Iron Crown. Fake out with going into the Iron Crown. Where is that Sneasler going? Bullet Punch. Finishes off the Sneasler. Doesn't get to do anything. It's a Life Orb Scizor. There is the Azure. Oh, he's running Psychic. The Azumarill. Not quite enough. That's probably a vested Azumarill. Woodhammer from the Thwacky. Crit again. Almost enough to one-shot the Iron Crown. Swords Dance. This is all getting set up. Liquidation. Does pretty good damage, to be honest with you. Just over 50%. The Grassy Glide is probably enough to finish off the Iron Crown. It is a Protect. Bullet Punch. +2. Bye-bye Azumarill. U-turn. Not enough. Iron Crown switches out into Versace. Cornwall comes in, eats a Grassy Glide. Bullet Punch. Finishes off the Thwacky. Ooh, that was a tense battle. That was a very, very tense battle. Great adjustment from Twim though. Draco is playing the terrain game very, very well. Twimberly is obviously well prepared for it. What adjustments will Draco make? The Sneasler hasn't really done anything in the first two games. I like the idea behind the Endure, but it's not really doing a great deal for him other than making it stick around for an extra turn. It's not been able to get anything off really to make it worth keeping around for an extra turn. Game 3 of an incredibly tense set. We do see the T-Tar. We have the adjustment of the Thwacky from Draco. Fake out into the Indeedee. Stopping and follow me. Iron defense. Oh. I rough. What? Another crit. Draco's luck in this match has been insane. Absolutely insane. He's not missed a play rough, and he's crit 2 of them through defense boosts. Oh my. What the hell? You've got to feel for Twim here. This is just insane luck. Absolutely insane luck. Somebody put a horseshoe up Draco's butt. How does Twimberly come back from this? There's a follow me. U-turn. That's a surprising amount of damage there. Out comes Ogerpon. SD from the Sizzle. We know it's faster than Yazoo. Liquidation finishes off the Indeedee. Sun chip for everyone. Except Sizzle. Out comes Iron Crown. Now we're in a pretty precarious situation on both sides, to be honest. There's +2 Bullet Punch is probably going to KO the Azumarill, but an Ivy Cudgel will KO either of the Pokemon on Twimberly's side of the field. Terra from the Scizor. Terra Dragon. Blatantly not scared of the Azumarill. Wick Attack. Okay. Not sure that was quite the play. There's a play rough. Didn't miss again. 3 play roughs clicked. 3 play rough hits. 3 play rough KOs. Yeah, I'd have been going in Bullet Punch into the Azumarill there myself. It's a Terra from Draco. Dealing the deal. Cudgel, no chance this Crown survives. Oh. I don't know what else to say other than that's got to be heartbreaking for Twim to lose like that. Crit probably decided game 1. Crit, I'd say almost definitely decided game 3. Draco played very, very well, but that game 3 for sure would have been a much closer affair had that play rough not crit. I'm pretty sure a +2 defense Tyranitar lives an Azumarill play rough. To be honest, I'm pretty sure without the crit, Tyranitar lives a play rough from Azumarill. So, I don't know. I never like seeing games decided by hacks. Like I said, Draco played very, very well. So, take absolutely nothing away from Draco. I just don't like seeing games decided by hacks. Next up, we have the Santa Luna Storms versus the Alaskan Articuno. We are lucky enough to have the recordings from both sides. So game 1 will be from Ted's perspective, game 2 from Tommy's, game 3 I'll decide if we get there. Roster wise, this is going to be a very close battle. You have the double intimidate of Storms with the always annoying heal support from Comfy, choice of speed control with Galarian Articuno, prankster coaching from Riolu, and the insane power of Walking Wake. Bearing down Fake Tears plus Landowag. Throw in potential for Howl Gouging Fire next to Defiant Ogerpon, and holy shit, this match goes crazy. Ed proved in Season 1 that he's a very good team builder that can pivot around and adapt to the board state very, very well. Tommy has proven through Season 1 and Season 2 that you never get out of a match versus Tommy without being haxed. And he knows how to make his mons bulky and annoying. So give him a Hisuian Gutra and you've got a recipe for trouble. I cannot wait to see this battle. So here we go, straight into it. Game 1. Gouging Fire Ogerpon for Tommy. Riolu Galarian Articuno. An interesting lead from Ted. Slash from that Articuno puts immediate pressure on Ogerpon. Spiky Shield from the Ogerpon. Howl from Gouging Fire, maybe. Oh, there's a Protect from the Articuno first. Coaching. Raise, not important. That defense, though, is. Howl from the Gouging Fire. We've now got a +1 Ogerpon. Can't protect and can't tear her away from Flying Weakness. This has to be a double up into the Articuno. will the double up from 2+1 Mons be enough? Terror from Tommy into the Ogerpon, boosting the grass damage, but removing Defiant crucially, and giving it a +1 speed. Another coaching. That's a +2 defense Articuno. Ivy Cudgel into the Articuno, resisted. Didn't do a great deal as a Life Orb Ogerpon. Heat Crash though, definitely not enough. Wow. Oh, it lived! I cannot believe that Ogerpon lived. That is insane. Is one more Heat Crash from Gouging Fire going to be enough to take out that Articuno though? Ogerpon taunts the Riolu. Another Howl. Slash into Gouging Fire. Close combat though from the Riolu finishes off Ogerpon. Terror down for Tommy. How does he come back from this? Do have a +2 Gouging Fire, but we've only seen Howl and Heat Crash so far. A Goodra will certainly help. Riolu switches out. Getting rid of that taunt. Out comes Comfy. Heck from the Articuno. Good defensive play from Head. Dragon Claw doesn't affect Comfy, and Ice Beam into the Protect. Great defensive play there from Head. Floral Healing. A lot of recovery. Heat Crash into the Comfy. Oh, it lives on 3. Freezing Glare. That's great damage on Gouging Fire. But Life Dew. Not as good as a Floral Healing, but still gonna have a massive impact on this game. Burning Bulwark. Protects the Gouging Fire. Draining Kiss is blocked. Gets burned. Freezing Glare. Also blocked. Oh, that's an unfortunate double up. And another Life Dew. That burn takes out the Comfy. Out comes Landorus. Gets the Intimidate down. Gouging Fire back down to +1. Gouging Fire switches out into Ilamise. The Earthquake doesn't affect Articuno. Goodra takes a ton of damage from it. Good defensive switch though. Ilamise lives, and Goodra gets set up with a shelter. Charm. Oh, I like that play. Earthquake comes out. Does next to nothing to Goodra. Calm Mind. Everyone getting set up here. Goodra gets off another life dew. We could be here a while, folks. Gouging Fire returns. Lando switches. Riolu will be hitting the field again. And a Protect from the Articuno. Heat Crash. And an Ice Beam. Read the Protect, but neither... But the double up, not enough to take out Riolu. The Articuno has been on the field from turn 1. Now at +2 defense and +1 special defense. With a +1 special attack. Take that +3 defense. He crashed into the Articuno, does very little. Freezing Glare. Not enough for the Gouging Fire. Ice Beam though. Still not enough. Oh my god. This Articuno's insane. Burning Bulwark. Comes out from Gouging Fire. Rain Dance. That Gouging Fire is going to do even less damage with that Heat Crash. Freezing Glare into the Protect. Life Dew. Goodra almost back to full. With leftovers recovery, it will be back to full. Gouging Fire almost at half. How do you break this Articuno? Another coaching. +4. Dragon Claw. Next. Oh my god. +1 Freezing Glare though finishes the Gouging Fire off. Must have low rolled the first one. There's a shelter from Goodra. Landorus comes back onto the field. Calm Mind. Oh my god. This is crazy. Ice Beam. Gonna need a crit. Oh. It didn't need a crit. Wow. I'm surprised that Ice Beam KO'd, even from that low health. Riolu protects. Earthquake. +4 Goodra. No, not enough. Ice Beam. One shot. This Goodra is crazy. Riolu is going to Terra. That looks just ridiculous. Body press. Finishes it off. Oh my word. That was nuts. I really thought we were going to have a timer stall situation there. But on we go to game 2. Switching over to Tommy's point of view. And I'm just going to go straight into it. Game 1 was mind-blowing. Here we go, game 2. Walking Wake Riolu this time. Gouging Fire Ogerpon once again. I would say less threatening for the Ogerpon, but Walking Wakes typically carry Flamethrower. Error coming out from Tommy. Into the Gouging Fire. Fairy, so immune to those big Dracos from Walking Wake. Spiky Shield from the Ogerpon. Covering both bases. Great defensive play from Tommy there. Mania protects as well. Approaching. And let me guess, Howl. Everyone getting set up. Yep. Riolu protects. Another Howl from Gouging Fire. Only a taunt from the Ogerpon. Hurricane, raw Hurricane. 70% accurate. Hits and deletes the Ogerpon. It is a Life Orb Walking Wake. Lando this time around. Could be a small problem. And Lando instantly switches back out. Was it a bait and switch? Here comes the Goodra. Riolu swaps. For Landorus. Gouging Fire back down to +1. And protect on the Walking Wake. We have a very slow tactical battle on our hands here. And Goodra switches out. We have another bait and switch. Landorus returns. And a Burning Bulwark. Rock Slide from the opposing Landorus. Deals pretty good damage to the incoming Lando. Hydro Steam into the Protect. Neither coach budging an inch here. Dragon Claw into Walking Wake. Doesn't quite pick up the KO. Rock Slide. Again, good chip. Slide Kick from Landorus. Deals well over half. This Hydro Steam should finish the job. Yes. Spear Force, goodbye. Landorus switches out. Comes the Riolu. Heat Crash from Gouging Fire into the Riolu. We saw from game 1 it's not enough for the KO. Hydro Steam, great damage. Body Press on the Goodra finishes off the big dino. We are into 2v3 now. Dynamic duo of Gouging Fire, Goodra versus Landorus, Riolu, and an as yet unknown Pokemon. Another coaching from Riolu. Heat Crash, Gouging Fire is faster than a Scarf Landorus, but doesn't get the KO. Rock Slide double connects and doesn't pick up the KO there. Life Dew, bringing that Gouging Fire back up to nice health. Riolu protects. Heat Crash finishes off the Landorus. Another Life Dew from Goodra. Gouging Fire back over half HP. And there is the Articuno. Fortunately, it probably won't have enough time to get set up here. Guess Ted just didn't feel safe enough to bring it out. There's a Terra from Ted. Into the Articuno. Terra Steel. Terra Steel plus Rain Dance. I like it. Heat Crash. Not enough to finish off Pebble. Top of Calm Mind on the Articuno. But Life Dew from Goodra again. Tommy's made some fantastic reads in this second game. Coaching. Dragon Claw finishes off the Riolu. Now, and Articuno. 1v2. There's a Freezing Glare. +1. Ooh, that's some good damage, but that does absolutely nothing. That +1 from the coaching really helped out there. Head Slash into the Goodra. Not very effective. But gets the flinch. Gouging Fire Protect is on cooldown. We know Goodra isn't carrying Protect. Heat Crash in the rain, super effective. That's actually surprisingly good damage. That Freezing Glare enough to finish off the Gouging Fire. But how does the Articuno deal with this Goodra? Body Press. Yeah. Oh. This Goodra has been an absolute menace through this Goodra has been an absolute menace through this entire match. There's the Air Slash, looking for more flinches. Doesn't get it. Body Press finishes the job. What an incredible 2 games. Ted came prepared in that one. You look at the 2-0 victory for Tommy, you'd think, you know, he kind of stomped on Ted there, but no freaking way, man. That was 2 very good positional players battling it out. And just a couple of good reads from Tommy to get off those Life Dews with Goodra. Secured that game 2. Game 1 could have gone either way. Game 1 was so close. Game 2 was just as close, and it really did come down to those reads. Those Life Dews. Absolutely incredible battle. And that's going to wrap up week 3 in the Regal Draft League. Week 4 is going to bring us some incredible matches. Tommy and the Articunos fly south for the winter, pay a visit to Evil Otter, the Orlando Oshawotts. Draco and the Terra Dark Titans head to Virginia Beach to face the Buizels. Our S-ranked team, EGN, face off against the San Diego Dondozos, who are off a huge win against Chow and the Sceptiles. And the EGN follow up their destruction of the Oshawotts. All with the Dondozos continue building momentum. We also have the Grumpy Pigs facing off against the Denali Delmise. Battle of two incredible rain teams. I will see you all back here next week for some more incredible action in the Regal Draft League.